Is it good to go?
Yep.
Okay. So I'd like to call this meeting to order. We acknowledge that the Wilfrid Laurier Students Union operates on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee people. Regrets for this evening, Director Bunket, and then Director Rubinoff, Director St. George, and Director Spiritual are all absent. Does anyone have any conflicts of interest to declare? No. Okay, we can move on to the adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion that the Board of Directors adopt the agenda as presented? Motion by Director Russolo, seconded by Director Ejam. Any discussion on the matter? No? All right, we can move into voting. All those opposed, all those abstaining, and all those in favor. Vote passes 0-0 to 8. Moving on to the adoption of the consent agenda. Can I get a motion that the Board of Directors adopt the consent or approve the consent agenda of EL2J and EL2F? Motion by Director Godse Shah, seconded by Director Nakshatra. Any discussion on the matter? No? All right, we can move into voting. All those opposed, all those abstaining, and all those in favor. Vote passes 0-0 to 8. Moving on to the meeting minutes approval for March 24th and April 7th. Lulia pointed out that at the April 7th meeting with the budget approval, there was a conflict of interest, but it wasn't in the meeting minutes. So Director Lehecka had a conflict for the operating budget. I don't know if you need to like change the meeting minutes for that, but just to make note for that one. Um, Other than that, I guess we can just approve them. Can we like approve and then, or do we have to reapprove after she makes changes to it?
Given that it's a simple change, you can approve with direction to make the amendment on the
Okay.
minutes.
All right. So can I get a motion that the Board of Directors approve the March 24th and April 7th, 2025 meeting minutes with the simple amendments? Motion by Director Russolo, seconded by Director Tariq. Any discussion on the matter? No. All right, you can move into voting. All those opposed, all those abstaining, and all those in favor. Vote passes 0-0 to 8. All right, moving on to comments from myself. I mean, it's our last meeting. Yay. Just kidding. It was a good year. I know there was supposed to be the train or the board training thing was supposed to happen on Friday. I got an email from like a last minute email from Tony Thursday night about some like scheduling issues. So he asked me or he told me that we can do like a recorded presentation instead. So I think Devin, the presenter, is going to record something and then we can distribute it to all the directors. And then Tony also said we have the option to reach out to her for like one-to-one support if need be. I'm just waiting for him to send me like the contact info and then I can get it to you guys. Um, so yeah, that's the update on that. But other than that, I haven't really heard anything about it. Yeah, that's it from me. So move on to comments from Ben.
Cool. Uh, I think to start off just with a thank you for a great year. And thank you for folks for being here tonight. I know we have a lot on the agenda, a lot of things that my team and I have been working on for most of this year. So excited to get some stuff across the finish line, or at least in our world. We'll have some more work to do in the last couple of weeks to get things to the official finish line. In terms of what's going on in my world right now, final Freedom to Learn working group meeting tomorrow as a part of our Freedom of Expression task force. After that point, passing that along to Ryan. He's also attending tomorrow to get a feel for what that committee is like. Ongoing work with the Seagram project in consultation with that group. Obviously part of the stuff we're going to chat about later tonight as well. VP Student Affairs hiring is ongoing. Second round interviews and campus visits are happening over the next 2 weeks. Things seem to be on track to hopefully have someone in that role come midsummer. I've been spending a lot of my time attending some year-end galas and events with our campus partners, which has been a ton of fun. But the institutional agreements have really been the focus for the last few weeks and will be for the rest of this year, which we'll touch on a little bit later. Formal transition programming is ongoing with Ryan and his team. I've met with Ryan and VPs have done the same with the incoming folks in their departments. Transition reports are coming along nicely. Wrapping up some final meetings with campus partners over the next few weeks, largely focused on transitioning those relationships off to the incoming team. And that's pretty much it.
Sounds good. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Ben? No. All right. Nothing from myself, so we can move on to comments from Phil.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. As per usual, Ben's updates are fairly thorough and all encompassing. I do want to thank the board of directors for the work that they've done for the organization this year and for students, undergraduate students here at Laurier. And very much look forward to and thank you for attending today. I know it wasn't part of the original schedule, but very important for us to kind of get through this meeting. So thank you very much for everything that you've done. Best of luck to all of you who are moving on. And for those of two of you that are sticking around, we'll see you come May.
Right. Thank you. Does anyone have any comments, questions? Probably not. All right. We can move on to the Leanne Holland Brown donation approval.
Awesome. Yeah. So after some conversation with my team and looking at our special project spending for the year, we'd like to take the remaining balance in those accounts and make a donation to the Leanne Holland Brown Student Emergency Fund. The motion and brief note in there is for up to 15,000. Suspect it will be a little bit less than that, but wanted to give ourselves some wiggle room. So that fund is managed by the Dean of Students Office and is largely there to support students in times of pretty significant financial crisis. So it aligns with a lot of the work that we've done around food security and the cost of living crisis more broadly on campus. It's a way for us to contribute to the most more urgent support that's available to students at Laurier. So that money is already accounted for in my budget in our special projects fund. Because it reaches the 10K mark, wanted to get the rubber stamp from you folks to move forward with that donation before the end of the year.
Yeah, so it's already money that you have like set aside for.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just coming right out of my special projects fund, but because it's that 10K in one payment thing, wanted to make sure you folks were aware and get the formal approval.
Sounds good. All right, so can I get a motion that the board approve a donation of up to $15,000 to the Leanne Holland Brown Emergency Fund from remaining special projects and miscellaneous funds from the 2024-25 fiscal year? Motion by Director Nakshatra, seconded by Director Ejam. Any discussion on the matter? No? All right, we can move into voting. So all those opposed, all those abstaining, and all those in favor. And vote passes 0-0 to 8. All right, we can move on to, I think, the in-camera. Oh, sorry, annual plans and achievements, end of year summary.
Yeah, so that is essentially my monitoring report for the ends of the organization. So not a ton to talk about on that one, but that document outlines a lot of the great work that my team and I have done over the course of the year, and how that aligns with the ends and in what we said at the beginning of the year. So if folks have questions, happy to talk about it, but everything's there in that document if folks want to get to read.
Yeah, no, it's pretty straightforward. It looks like you guys got a lot done this year, so that's great. And obviously you guys helped the students a lot. So I think you guys did really great work.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Does anyone have any like questions or comments about that report? No? All right. Is there anything that you like wanted to do, but you didn't get like the chance to do it?
Many things fall onto that list. There's definitely some work that I wanted to do around some student engagement pieces that definitely fell off of our plate mid-year. I was chatting about this with Phil and Ryan earlier in some transition conversations, and the back half of this year started to define itself before I got the chance to define it with a lot of the institutional agreements and hiring that had to get done. So those ended up taking priority with some of the stuff that I had dreamt up in May and June, but happy with where things are at and happy we got the chance to do kind of that important work that's going to last for a while.
Yeah, no, that's good. I know, like after New Year, it just the time went by so fast that it was just 4 months later, here we are. Like it's crazy. So yeah, no, you guys did like a really great job though. So yeah. All right. So I guess we don't need to do anything with that though, right? We don't have to approve or anything. No. So we can move on to the in-camera session. So can I get a motion that the board of directors move into an in-camera session with Ian and the board secretary? Motion by Director Tariq, seconded by Director Laheka. Any discussion on the matter? No? All right, we can move into voting. All those opposed? All those abstaining? And all those in favor? Vote passes 0-0.